Hey, what's up, you guys? We got another one here. This time we got the dinosaur blinking lights. Now, for this one, I got the idea from this Thingiverse file or Bamboo Labs file after I bought my 3D printer. There was a puzzle piece type dinosaur that you put together, which was pretty cool. I didn't put it together. I did print it though. Now, I was gonna make a video of that, but it'd be kind of cool to. I mean, a short on that, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to, do something different with it. So we got here. So I thought the eyes might be something to change. So we got the dinosaur blinking lights. They blink repeatedly, and they alternate the blink. So the left eye will blink, then the right eye. The left eye turns off, the right eye turns on, and vice versa. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Now, as far as the parts list, this is what I got. The 55 timer chip, AA switch, LEDs, capacitors, regulars, mostly passive components besides the chip. And now these are the values that I came up with, but it don't really need to be this exact. This is just a reference. There does need to be a difference though between the R1 and R2 resistors though. And here we got now. Some people like doing the schematic diagrams, which that is a good way to do it. But I always did it in this block diagram style before that comes before the schematic. And this is how usually it does look like. Let's go to a good overview on that. What? Check that out. It's just easier to follow with the eye as far as where things are going. If you're making you're doing it on the spot, or if you're showing to someone else, they don't know what the heck schematic symbols are. Easier to read for them. Now everything starts off at the battery. Now, as before, it could be a 3 volt or 4 volt. 3 volts to 4 volts. Let me repeat that. It could be 3 AA's or 4 AA's, because there needs to be enough juice there for the 55 timer chip, which I think was at least 3-4 volts, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right. I think that's correct. Actually, now I'm curious. Let me check. Yeah, I just looked it up. You're gonna need at least 4 volts just for the chip, which, if we go back here, 4 AA's, that should be enough to run the whole thing, since there's only really LEDs here that's gonna draw any power from that. Alrighty then. So to turn it off now, of course, we got the switch. Everything goes to the switch. Then from the switch, we got the pin 8, pin 4 of the 55 timer chip. And that's just the power and reset. Then after that, everything from the switch goes to the resistor. Then from the resistor goes to the pin 7 of the chip, and another resistor. From pin 7 to another resistor goes to pin 6, pin 2, where it goes to a capacitor. Now this part is for discharging and charging and discharging. I think it is. I think it was this part. And that's gonna help alternate the LEDs. So if you go to this other branch right here, you see it follows a normal branch. If you would use a resistor, it goes from the switch, battery to the switch, the resistor, and then the LEDs. But in this case, the LED is also connected to pin 3, which is pin 3 of the chip, 555 timer chip. And from there, it's connected to the LED resistor and the ground. Now, the capacitor is what the discharging it. When it discharges and charges up and discharges, is what helps alternate this. So it's kind of like saying, one's on, the other one's off, and it just oscillates between the two. And of course, the resistor goes to the ground. And as you see, there's 2 lines going through right here because they're joined. I guess like a junction where they meet. From the first side, from the pin 7 resistor, and then going on to the other capacitor, pin 6 and pin 2, then ground. Now these 2 over here, in pin 1, they're not connected to the overall circuit, to the to a little block design here, because they're separate. Pin 1 just connects to ground, and pin 5 just connects to the capacitor to the ground. Now, this was the file that came with the Bamboo Labs. It was like, I guess, like a practice test dinosaur, but you could download on Thingiverse. I guess it's a popular model. Now this yellow part right here that you see, that's just an example for the wire. You can have the eyes, if you choose this model, you can have the eyes go up here. There's space in between both sides of the face. You can put both LEDs there and just run the wire all the way down. Now this is just a stand. It does come with a stand, but if you're using double A's, it's not gonna fit in underneath this. Then you have to come up with another platform just like this to put all the electronics in there, mostly the batteries. You can just run the wire through one of the stands in the back that has 2. You can do the other one too. Now, you could also make your own 3D model of a dinosaur. You even sculpt one, and you could just run the LEDs through, back down through the inside the body, and then down through into the panel. So this is it right here. If anybody wants to give it a shot. Like I said, this dinosaur model, I think it was called the 3D dinosaur puzzle model. It's a popular one on Thingiverse. It's actually where I found it from. Alright, that's it. See you guys next time.